kind of the main shift between the second period for you guys and the third?
Wow, that's a tough question. I just thought, like, listen, I liked a lot of our game tonight. First period, parts of the second. I felt like we quit checking on a couple plays in the second, and they capitalized on every chance they got, or almost every chance they got. But on the flip side of that, I liked the rhythm of our game tonight and the things we were doing, and I just kind of felt like if we ramped it up another notch and made sure that we were relentless with our checking habits, that we'd have an opportunity. I don't think there was a major shift except for our back was against the wall and we had no choice but to do it for 20 minutes.
Ivan said that it took until halfway through the intermission before UC pulled him aside and let him know he was going in. What was that conversation like for your coaching staff, and what ultimately led to that decision?
Well, I mean, I felt like we were outplaying them, out-chancing them, and, you know, we gave up we had some bad breakdowns, a handful, but they capitalized on all of them. So whether it was to spark our team, try to get a save when we needed it, it wasn't coming from Gorgie tonight, which is okay, it happens. But I just felt like we couldn't stay the same. So we discussed it, talked to UC, coaches got together, made the decision, and he went in there.
Is that comeback, that third period, the kind of thing that can galvanize this team and maybe get them out of the funk?
I think it can help you. Like, there's a lot of good things in that game tonight, a lot. So, you know, if we focus on the right things as a coaching staff, relay the right message to the guys, I would feel that should give us some belief that, like, you know, if you look at a couple plays that we quit checking on and just got a little complacent, lazy, you know, had some poor decisions, it costs us. And that's the way our game's kind of been going here recently. Like, too many of those, and tonight there wasn't a lot, but it just seems like when you're in a funk that they're going to capitalize on them. So we have to try to be as relentless with our checking habits as we possibly can, but it should give our team belief to know that when you're doing certain things like pushing and reloading and getting above pucks, like we returned a lot of pucks back in the neutral zone back on Calgary tonight, and we got rewarded for it eventually, and it wasn't easy. It's not easy to score in this league, right? Period, against anybody. So we did a nice job of it tonight. We got a lot of goals, so that should give us belief that we're able to do that if we do it the right way. So I would say I'd love to see us be able to come out and repeat our third again, you know, in 2 days.
How big was Mikko getting on the board for the first time in a while?
It's huge. I thought he was a horse tonight. I thought last game was a big step in the right direction, and it wasn't to the level of what his game was tonight, but it was a really good step in the right direction. And oftentimes, when you start doing things the right way, it doesn't just turn around overnight. You have to stick with it, and you have to believe that will get you out of your slump. And you could tell he was, you know, he had some good chances early in the game, and things still aren't going in, and there's plays just right there for him, and he doesn't put them in. But, you know, eventually he gets, I mean, they get rewarded because they stuck with it, that line. I thought that line was good.
When the mistakes or the breakdowns are by the best players on the team, how do you handle that, or is it different than if it's somebody like
Yeah, so that's been a little bit of a trend. Like, they carry our team, and yet they've been making some big, you know, like some big mistakes that are ended up in the back of our net, right? So, but they're, you know, there's a high level of trust there from me, and they understand. They have to understand that, you know, some of the mistakes or decisions that we make, you know, they're unacceptable, but they're still going to get roped to be able to go play the way they can. What I wanted our guys to understand today is just because, like, say the game in Philly, prime example against Philly, you know, like, just because we're down 3-2, I thought we were doing a lot of things and could have been able to, like, mount a comeback like we did tonight. You know, down 3-2, we can easily score one goal if we just stuck to the right process and put the importance on the right things. But we start pressing. I think they're feeling it because we lost a couple in a row. They're feeling it, so they're trying plays that they shouldn't make, low percentage plays, risky plays, and they all turned back on us and cost us the other night. You know, that wasn't the case tonight. We were much more responsible with the puck. I want them to be creative and to trust their instincts, but just trying to show them some of the plays that we made the other night that went the other way, they're not the right play. No matter what time and score it is, they generally don't turn out in your favor, right? And they're intelligent and they care and they want to win, so I felt like they did a nice job turning that around. My belief was, you know, the loss the other night, it was as much of a mindset thing as anything else. It wasn't, you look at the goals against, they're not structural goals against, they're not, it's a mindset of the way we have to play to have success. So to me, that could be turned around very quickly. We didn't have to practice it for a couple weeks and get reps and spend a bunch of time on video. It was getting them to understand why I felt like we lost. I think like there was a lot of people in agreement, and then just corrected immediately with the right mindset and process.
Is that best case scenario for a guy like Ben Myers to come up and contribute?
Yeah, I thought he was great. You know, Ben Myers has gone down there and gone to work. He's moved from center to wing. Time will tell. Is that a better position for him to be able to play here? Maybe. It's an easier job. But he's been outstanding down there, and his analytics show it. I mean, they're off the charts in creating scoring chance. They're off the charts on the defending side of it. I thought he was rock solid defensively tonight, and then they chip in a big goal. I mean, that's as good an outcome as for calling up a player as you can imagine. So he's going to get another crack to go again.
The target's his first. Is that something you could kind of feel coming over the last week or two?
Yeah, I mean, he's had a lot of chances, right? And just unable to finish it off. And I'm really happy for him that he got that. And hopefully that gives him a little life. We know he has the ability to be able to chip in offensively more than he has. He understands that. Hopefully that gives him a little bit of life, just like the rest of our team.
Any last one?
The team played pretty physical tonight. Is that something that you talked to them about this morning? Is that something you want to see out of them?
It has to be part of your game. See, it can't be easy. It can't be easy for other teams to break out, to go through the neutral zone, to play in their offensive zone. There has to be a level of aggression and physicality to the game. Everyone else is playing our guys hard. We have to play the opponent hard. And, you know, Colton, huge night, right? I mean, and he starts it out right away, that line. They got the start. They get it in. Big hit, clean hit. We draw power play immediately. It gives our team life, right? And then they score two big goals, right? I mean, Tatar's one was passed from Colton, I think. And then Colton gets his own later. I mean, that's the type of, you know, mentality I think that line especially has to have.
Okay.
All right, thanks.